Have you ever walked down a street and felt a sudden chill, a sense of being watched? That's what it was like on Elmwood Lane, a perfect, peaceful street, except for the last house, the old Blackwood Manor. It stood there, a skeletal silhouette against the sky. Windows like hollow eyes, paint peeling like sunburned skin. Locals whispered stories, of course. They said the house was empty, but never truly vacant. It was a dare, a local legend, and for 4 teenagers looking for a thrill, it was an irresistible invitation. One moonless night, armed with nothing but cheap flashlights and teenage bravado, they pushed open the groaning front door. The air inside was thick, heavy with the smell of dust and decay. Their light beams danced across the darkness, revealing peeling wallpaper and furniture draped in white sheets, like silent, waiting ghosts. The silence was absolute, broken only by their own nervous breathing and the creak of floorboards under their feet. It felt like stepping into a forgotten time, a place where memories and secrets were trapped within the walls. As they explored, their initial excitement began to curdle into a quiet dread. In what must have been a study, they found something strange. Symbols were carved into the wooden walls, intricate and unsettling patterns that seemed to pulse in the wavering light. On a dusty desk lay a leather-bound diary. They opened it. The handwriting inside started neat, but quickly devolved into a frantic scrawl. It was the journal of the last owner, a man named Alistair Blackwood, and it chronicled a terrifying descent into madness. He wrote of whispers in the walls, of shadows that moved on their own, of a presence that fed on fear. The final entry was just a single, smeared word: basement. Against their better judgment, they felt a magnetic pull towards the basement door. It was heavy, swollen shut, but with a combined effort, they forced it open. A wave of cold, musty air rushed out to meet them. As they descended the stone steps, a low moan echoed from the darkness below. It wasn't the wind. The temperature plummeted. Their flashlights flickered and died one by one, plunging them into near-total blackness. A whisper, cold and raspy, slithered through the air, right next to their ears. Panic erupted. They scrambled back up the stairs, but the house seemed to have come alive. Doors slammed shut, hallways stretched into impossible lengths, and shadowy figures darted at the edge of their vision. The sound of something heavy dragging itself across the floor pursued them, getting closer with every frantic heartbeat. Screams echoed through the decaying corridors as they were separated in the labyrinthine darkness. It was a nightmare chase, a desperate flight from an unseen entity that toyed with them, its chilling laughter mixing with their cries of terror. Just as the sun began to hint at the horizon, the front door burst open. A single figure, clothes torn, face pale with sheer horror, stumbled out onto the lawn, gasping for air. They collapsed, turning back to look at the house one last time. In the faint morning light, the Blackwood Manor seemed different. It wasn't just an old, empty building anymore. It was watching. The windows were no longer hollow. They were eyes, filled with an ancient, malevolent intelligence. The survivor was out, but they knew, deep in their soul, they hadn't truly escaped. Some places never let you go. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more chills.